Hello my motor enthusiasts. Big news in the Formula One world as Red Bull snags Jono Opmeer, a world-class F1 esports champion, from under Mercedes' nose. Meanwhile, the FIA has put to rest rumours of them tweaking the technical regs in response to a sketchy braking system. Over at Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton's top engineer, Peter Bonington, has climbed up the ranks, shutting down any whispers of a move to Ferrari. In the Netherlands, there's a bit of a stir as the local betting authority takes a firm stand against Stake promoting their team name at the upcoming Zandvoort Grand Prix. Sergio Perez at Red Bull vows to pull up his socks for the rest of the season amidst a bit of a points drought. Lastly, Damon Hill weighs in on the McLaren duo, Norris and Piastri, noting Norris's slight edge. Stay tuned as we unpack all these exhilarating developments. Hey everyone! You already know me, this is Enzo.
And this is William Turner, at your service.
We're here each day, bringing you the latest and greatest from the world of Formula One on F1 Motor Fever podcast. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications to never miss a beat. Let's put the pedal to the metal. Let's delve a bit deeper into today's thrilling developments, shall we? Starting off with Red Bull's strategic move, they've just secured Jono Opmeer, a top esports champion. After a rollercoaster stint with Mercedes, he's now committed long-term with Red Bull. Quite the coup, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, it's a significant gain for Red Bull, especially considering Opmeer's caliber and his past accolades in the esports world. It's clear they are bolstering their ranks with some serious talent.
Speaking of regulations and accusations, the FIA has been busy clarifying that their recent changes in the technical regulations weren't targeting any specific teams. There were whispers about a possible asymmetrical braking system being used, which the FIA has now addressed.
It's always intriguing when the FIA steps in like this. Clears the air and lets the teams focus on the race ahead rather than getting tangled in regulatory disputes.
On another note, Mercedes has made a significant internal promotion. Lewis Hamilton's race engineer, Peter Bonington, has climbed up the ranks, putting an end to the speculations of him moving to Ferrari. This duo has been remarkably successful together, haven't they?
Indeed, their synergy on the track has been nothing short of historic. Keeping Bonington is a smart move by Mercedes, securing that crucial continuity in their team dynamics.
Moving over to the Dutch Grand Prix, there's a bit of a tussle between F1, Stake, and the Dutch betting authority. With the government pushing to alter Stake's promotional activities, it's going to be a weekend of adjustments at Zandvoort.
It's these kinds of marketing and regulatory challenges that add an extra layer of complexity to the sport, beyond just the racing.
Lastly, let's talk about Sergio Perez. After a lackluster series of races, he's vowed to maximize his performance for the remainder of the season. Red Bull's backing him despite the slump, but with McLaren just 42 points behind, it's crunch time.
Every point is going to count, especially after the summer break. It's make or break, and I'm sure Perez is feeling that pressure to deliver.
Indeed, it's all heating up nicely as we head into the next part of the season. Full throttle. Turning our attention now to McLaren, where there's quite the brewing storm between teammates Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Damon Hill, the 1996 F1 Drivers' Champion, recently weighed in on their situation. He suggests that Norris might still have the edge, albeit a slight one. It's a dynamic that he described as fascinating to watch.
That internal competition can really push drivers to elevate their performance, can't it? It's not just about the cars and the tracks, sometimes, it's these personal dynamics that drive the season's narrative.
Absolutely, and with both drivers hungry to prove themselves, McLaren could be looking at a very potent setup. It'll be intriguing to see how this plays out, especially with the second half of the season ramping up.
For sure, and as these two push each other, it could very well translate into some unexpected results on the track. It's these kinds of stories that make the sport so compelling.
Indeed, Formula One isn't just about the speed, it's about strategy, rivalry, personal growth, and so much more. As we continue to cover these thrilling developments, we'll keep bringing our listeners not just the news, but the stories behind the headlines.
And that's what keeps all of us glued to the sport, isn't it? The layers, the depth, the human element intertwined with the technological marvel that is Formula One.
Perfectly put. Now, as we gear up for the upcoming races, we'll keep a close eye on all these developments and more. Remember, whether it's the clash of titans or the subtle shifts in team dynamics, you'll hear all about it right here. Full throttle. William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, listen to this. Eric Van Heren has stirred up a bit with a report that Max Verstappen is definitely not joining Mercedes for 2025. Instead, Antonelli will become Russell's new teammate. The internet's buzzing with opinions on the matter.
Let's hear what the armchair experts have to say then.
Well, one user, Tim Sullivan, mentioned, quote, "So, if accurate, only 2 seats yet to be confirmed. My money is on Valtteri for Sauber, Audi, and Jack for Alpine. F1 stops for Kevin, Ju, Logan, and in doubt regarding Checo, Daniel," unquote.
Quite the shake-up, huh?
Indeed, and the discussion gets deeper. Admiral Simon Kenwick noted that in a head-to-head test for Alpine, Schumacher outperformed Doohan in all respects. With Flavio Briatore back at the helm, things might lean towards Schumacher.
Controversial figure, that Briatore, but he does seem to get results.
Precisely. And Charles Rice chimed in, not exactly thrilled about Briatore's past, especially the 2008 Singapore incident. However, Ian Locke countered that by recalling Briatore's significant contributions to Benetton and Schumacher's rise in the 90s.
A mixed bag of legacy and scandal, then.
Exactly. And to add a bit of humour to the debate, user Ian Jolly quipped about Briatore's infamous line, quote, "In Formula One, as in life, there are winners and wankers," unquote, pointing at Rocco Benetton during a team takeover speech.
Blimey, the language here's a bit ripe. If I read that out, we might lose our sponsors.
It's all part of the colourful world of Formula One, isn't it? Also, it seems there's a split view on Mick Schumacher's potential. Some believe he deserves more chances, while others think it's time to bring in fresh blood.
The never-ending debate of potential versus performance. At the end of the day, it's results that count on the track.
Absolutely, and as the seats fill up for the next season, we'll keep our listeners updated on all these developments and more. Right here, where the rubber meets the road.
Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today, folks. We've had a riveting discussion about the evolving dynamics in Formula One, touching on team strategies and up-and-coming talents. Your engagement is crucial to us. Do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share our episodes far and wide. Whether it's over a pint or a post on social media, let others in on the action here. And if you've got opinions, we're all ears in the comments section.
Absolutely, and don't just save the fun for yourselves. Make sure you're tuned in regularly. We're here spinning the wheels of discussion every single day. And who knows what's round the next corner? More thrills, more debates, and yes, more unmissable insights into the world of Formula One.
We truly appreciate you joining us and contributing to our lively F1 community. It's your enthusiasm and insights that fuel this show.
Looking forward to having all of you back for the next episode. It's going to be just as exciting, if not more.
Until then, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.